Observing an onion peel. Peel an onion and cut out a small fleshy portion from the bulb. Break this piece into two small parts and try to separate them slowly. You will notice a thin translucent membrane holding the piece together. Take out the membrane, cut a small piece from it, and spread it evenly in a drop of water on a slide. While placing the peel on the slide, make sure that it is not folded. Cover it with a cover slip and observe it under the microscope. The onion peel cells that you have observed are plant cells. Do animal cells also look similar to these cells? Now let us observe the cells from our own body. Observing human cheek cells. Wash your mouth cleanly. Take a clean wooden or plastic spoon and scrap the inner surface of your cheek. Keep two things in mind. Firstly, wash the spoon thoroughly before using it. Second one, do not scrap too hard or else you may hurt yourself. Now take the scraping that you have collected and place it in a drop of water taken on a slide. Cover the slide with a cover slip. Nucleus. The observation of scientists named Robert Brown 1773 to 1858 have made a significant contribution to our understanding of cells. Among different parts of a cell, the nucleus is the most well-known part, though it is generally believed that Felix Fontana 1730-1805 and few other scientists first saw the nucleus in the epithelial cells, the outermost layer of the animal body in the 18th century. This was in the year 1831. It means that there was a gap of around 180 years between the first recorded observation of cells around the year 1650 and the observation of the nucleus. Observation of the nucleus in onion peel cells. For this, you need to peel a membrane from an onion once again. Now keep this membrane on a slide and add 1-2 drops of the stain, safranine or methylene blue or red ink. Cover this with a cover slip and leave it about 5 minutes. Then add water dropwise from one side of the cover slip while removing the extra water with a filter paper from the other side. This will help in washing away the extra stain. Now observe this slide under the microscope. The blue or red spot observed within the cells is the nucleus. Now let us see the nucleus in our own cells. Observation of the nucleus in cheek cells. You could also take cells from the inner layer of the cheek, stain them with safranine or methylene blue and try to observe the nucleus in them using microscope. In both the cells, you can find a dense round body called the nucleus. In cheek cells, the nucleus is present more or less at the center of the cell, whereas in onion cells, it is not in the center but towards the periphery. The jelly-like substance between the nucleus and the cell membrane is called cytoplasm. The cell contains membrane-bound structure called cell organelles as well as more complex chemicals. Cell organelles helps to carry out several functions within the cell. The basic structural and functional units of the living body is a cell. In this video, we are going to know the overview of cell structure. Cell is the basic unit of all living organisms. Every cell contains three main parts. It may be a plant or animal or microorganisms. The outer boundary of a cell is called cell membrane or plasma membrane. The exchange of substances through cell membrane happens very selectively. The cytoplasm is the fluid content bonded by the plasma membrane. The genetic material DNA is present in every cell. Depends upon the nucleus presence, the cells are divided into two types. Those are eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells have a nucleus enclosed within a membrane. All multicellular organisms are eukaryotic cells, such as plants and animals comes under eukaryotic cells. Few living organisms don't have structure of nucleus in their cells. Such organisms are called prokaryotic cells. Their cells contain a small amount of protoplasm and genetic material. Examples for the prokaryotic cells are all unicellular organisms such as bacteria.